Alright, so did a little bit of grinding. So we're kind of in our mid 50s now. Just give a little recap. So, off screen, learned Thunderbolt for Gigawatt and forgot Rock Smash so that I could get the Brick Break. I taught Chungus Earthquake instead of Russ. Gave 0-2 Steel Wing to finally replace Tackle. Gave Apnea Toxic and Calm Mind just to replace Meditate and Poison Gas. OKU learned Slash. And Hood didn't really change too much, but we're gonna see how we do. Um, 90 Hyper Potions, 50 full heals, 50 full restores. Oh, one more, one more Carbos, just top off. We'll save here, and let's see how it goes. I know that we use the battle theme early on in the first half, but I figure it's a good time to try and go for it. So this will either be the end of the run, one way or another. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. So Dugong. Two Thunder Punches. Cloister is one Thunder Punch. Slowbro should be one Thunder Punch. Switch into Chungus. Switch back into Gigawatt. Into Thunderbolt. Lapras. Should be Chungus. Yawn. This should be a Surf, I believe, so... Oh, okay. Kinda works. That's a heal turn. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. The Jinx should be... I think Jinx should be Hood. Ooh, that could get interesting. Oh, that's two sleeps. A little unlucky. Wow. And this is why sleep clause is part of competitive, by the way. Just want that said. But Pokeflute should wake all three. Think Confuse Ray, switch into Chungus, into a Body Slam. There we go. Oh, a little bit annoying, but that works. Next up is Bruno, where I'm gonna need to use Hood to do Surf on the first Onyx. Hitmonchan should be stopped by Apnea, I believe. Heal with the Hyper Potion. So I need to stay above 40, so I should be able to do 3 Calm Minds, heal, Psychic. In theory, there should be no... Ooh, okay, that's a little scary. Should be no problems with that. Apnea should be able to do a similar thing here. But I think I'll go for the safer strat and switch to Okayu. Bang attack. Bang attack. Bang attack. This is a heal turn for my 4 heals. Two for one special. So let's take out that Gengar. The Golbat can be taken down by Gigawatt. Arbok can be taken by Chungus. Oh. Wait, oh my god, okay. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Shoot. 2 screeches was enough, huh? Wow. That was actually a little bit unlucky. And this Sludge Bomb's gonna hurt a lot. Oh my. I could actually lose a run because he got 3 Sludge Bombs in a row. Okay. So we lost. Still a little tilted by that, to be honest. But I'll just have to make it work. He leads off with Gyarados, so... Oh, right. Ancient power? Okay. Okay, that's a problem. $70. Okay. Good. I I'm gonna be honest, that's a little unlucky that he got there at the end. Let's see. Okay. Here goes something. Right on. Okay, that's good. $119.81, $124. Oh, okay, actually. Might be better for me to just switch to Jigglewatt here. There we go. Switch to Gyarados. Okay. Lots of Pokemon, so just in case I discounted the Fire Blast. Oh, okay. Oh man, we did it. Let's go. think it's time to kill the music at the very least. Let's get have a last moment. Just kind of F's in the chat to the members who ended up falling in a little bit. So this was about a 7-hour speed run, and on screen, I did do a bit of grinding off screen for about another 3, so it took about 10 hours to finish the Nuzlocke. So real quick, after all this, just kind of see who is left, see who is still available. So Gigawatt went down, Chungus went down. Chungus went down actually pretty early. Which was a little bit more surprising. 02 went down. And Apnea also went down. Yeah, it's a very interesting run. At the end of the day, I still had Hood and Okayu, the 2 of the later additions. So just kind of give a recap of everyone who's still around in viewing history. So started with Myth of Bulbasaur, and then I had captured Twitch, the Rattata first in Route 1, and then I caught 02, the Pidgeot, in Route 2. Caught Wukong the Meiki in Route 22. Did the battle. Caught Asuna the Weedle in Viridian Forest. Beat Brock afterwards. Went to Mount Moon. Picked up Enterprise, the Garrett as a Magikarp. Did a little bit of grinding. After we went to got to Cerulean City, it was kind of I guess you can call it a comedy of bad plays. If you go watch the first of the streams, you can see there was the rival battle where I lost 3 of my Pokemon, Myth, Wukong, and Twitch. All went down to a couple of burns and a little bit of bad RNG for the burns, but that kind of cemented things for the rest of the fight. After which, I had to get Camellia, the Oddish. I had prior to Mount Moon, I also got Arian the Spearow. Arian ended up going down during wild grind or one of the trainer fights, and then Asuna also went down at that point. I chose that EV as my Celadon City encounter and turned it into Jolteon. I believe that this was kind of just a slew of right after this, I started getting another solid core. 10, Rock Tunnel, 9, 21. So these 3 were pretty much lost in that Rock Tunnel, Lavender Town area. In terms of they kind of stayed in the box because I was kind of forming up the core with Jolteon, Enterprise, Garrett, with Volterra, Gyarados, Rek'Sai. Phasma came in late. Camellia came in late, or was coming into her own. I did end up catching Okayu back in Route 5, actually, so I caught her outside the daycare, and that was pretty interesting. I think the part that made things really tricky was that I had lost both Volterra and Enterprise, kind of doing the in between transitions uh, during in like Fuchsia City and Saffron City being available to me, and that put the team in a really weird position because I didn't have a water type available to me outside of fishing, but that would mean that my choices were either a tentacle early or a Psyduck, and both of those, while they would have been okay at the time, uh, like OKU was like barely hitting 20, fat like 22-ish, and then like there was Rek'Sai and Phasma who were like 20s, and it was kind of like I just had to make a kind of a risky play where I had to YOLO Silphco a little bit in order to get it Hood as my encounter in Saffron City, because there's the Fighting Gym Dojo and there's the Lapras and Silphco, and I could only pick one of the two. And I needed to pick Lapras because I was at a point where the team needed to scale anyways, so it kind of worked out. Unfortunately, in the YOLO, I did have to sacrifice Rek'Sai, the Doug Trio. It is what it is. But for the sacrifice, it did also give us a spot so that our Hood could come in. Phasma was lost to, I want to say Sabrina, but not Sabrina herself. I believe it was to one of the gym trainers. Um, so that was a little unfortunate. But once Phasma was taken out, like Hood and Okayu came into play. The Chungus, who I caught on Cycling Road or Route 11 in or 12, that was outside the Cycling Road. 16, the one outside the Cycling Road, came into play. So I had like two, three, and then I went to go get Gigawatt, the Electabuzz, at the power plant. Um, because I had Bombaroo, the Voltorb, so I could avoid dupes clausing there. So my options were either a Magnemite or a Electabuzz, and I got Electabuzz, which was pretty nice. Um, After that, I lost Camellia very late. Because I finished Pokemon Mansion Blaine with minimal issues. Finished Giovanni. I even beat the the green rematch outside of Viridian before going to Victory Road. Unfortunately, I lost Camellia in Victory Road because I locked her into Pedal Dance against a cool trainer, and he was the fire type one, which meant that his next send in was an Arcanine after I knocked out his Golduck, and then that was the end of Camellia, unfortunately. At which point, I kind of had a tricky choice of who to put in as the sixth. Um, Originally, I thought about taking a Rapidash from the Blaze Island, but in Berry Forest, I came across Apnea the Hypno way back in my first visit to Three Islands, so I decided to just go for it with Hypno. And after that, I spent about 2 hours just grinding up everyone to hit level 50. And we went for the fight, which is what you guys saw in this little short 20-ish minute stream. This isn't going to be very long. I just wanted to kind of have these three streams together. Maybe at some point I'll do like a retelling or something. I'm not too sure how I want to do it, but yeah, uh, it was kind of interesting because Chungus the Snorlax got taken out uh, by Double Screech Sludge Bomb, uh, Arbok during the Agatha fight just now. I didn't have any issues with Lorelei because I had Gigawatt for that. Um, Although at the end there, it got a little bit dicey when the Jinx landed 3 lovely kisses and 3 attracts. So I was just sitting here like switching, trying to find a good option. Um, but then against Bruno, we opened with Hood, but then I kind of forgot that I could have just went with setup on Apnea. I did give it Calm Mind for a reason, but it kind of worked out in the end. Like I said, Agatha was a bit annoying because the double Screech Sludge Bomb took out Chungus the Snorlax. Accent, I was a little bit sad because I was gonna be my main tank for when I needed to pivot. Um, we then got to Lance, where Gigawatt dealt with Gyarados, and then Hood managed to deal with all all 5 of her, or the other 5 Pokemon, 2 Dragonairs, Aerodactyl, and a Dragonite. Yeah, 4 Pokemon. Never mind that. However, during a switch in order to heal, unfortunately, Apnea, the Hypno, took on a hyper. Got hit with an Ancient Power by Aerodactyl when I needed to switch out, and then there was a Hyper Beam to follow, and unfortunately, Apnea was taken out. But like I said, Hood got her vengeance, which was pretty nice. So going into the fight, we had 4 Pokemon. We had 02, Gigawatt, Hood, and Okayu. We opened with Gigawatt to deal with the Pidgeot, and that worked out. After which, there was the Rhydon, which was cleaned up by Hood. The Executor was dealt with by 02, which was really nice, considering that she was part of the original party, and for her to get her spotlight then and there was pretty hype. Afterwards was the Alakazam. The Alakazam was a little bit interesting, purely because originally I wanted to use Chungus and Apnea to kind of help stall out on that, but I kind of had to go for an alternative strat where I ended up using a combination of Hood and Gigawatt, using Hood to kind of get bait the first full restore, and then Gigawatt to finish off Alakazam from the second point. Um, After which there was the Gyarados, which after after doing a heal play uh, with 02, I managed to get Gigawatt to Thunderbolt. And then there was the Charizard. The Charizard was a little bit scary because I wasn't sure what the um, endgame solution was. Uh, I needed to sack 2 Pokemon, and unfortunately, originally I was going to uh, have 02 switch in, take a shot, pray that Fire Blast missed, Fire Blast missed. But otherwise, that would have been the heal Gigawatt turn. I did end up getting the Gigawatt heal, and then after which, uh, Gigawatt also went down, and then I believe that was 3 Fire Blasts used up on these two, and then at the end I had Hood and Okayu. I used Hood to tank up 2 Fire Blasts, and then it got to the end point, and yeah, after that Hood finished, clutched it out. OKU at 50. But MVPs was definitely Gigawatt. Um, so after this first Nuzlocke, um, ultimately I think that not having the X items is key because X items made the couple of the fights a lot harder. If I needed the setup, I was risking my Pokemon being out there a little more blatantly compared to an X item, because X items kind of hide the AI damage because the AI will see a kill with a certain thing, and then an X item can come down, and then it just throws off the equation. And I think that the healing, I definitely came in a little bit over prepared a little bit. Uh, I I mean, as you guys see, even now, I still have. I only ended up using one ether, and then I still have 70 hyper potions, like 49 heals, like 40 full restores. Like I have a lot of items still in use, but ultimately, I think that it kind of panned out well for us. I think that having healing items makes fights a lot safer. Like there were, if I didn't have healing items, I think I would have lost back in the Lance fight easily. Um, but yeah, I think that items are a very tactical thing if you use them defensively and properly, and being able to play a Nuzlocke like this, where you have to actually think defensively, it really feels right. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe I'll do more Nuzlocks in the future. I just wanted to do this first Nuzlocke just to see how it would go. It took about like 10 hours total worth of playtime. Uh, in for Fire Red, which is kind of an okayish number considering that Fire Red is kind of a good first game to Nuzlocke. Maybe next time I'll play. If I were to play, I'd probably go in order of generations. Most likely playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Probably play Emerald. I wouldn't play Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire personally, and then playing Platinum if the future kind of gives me that as an indicator. But yeah, well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll wish you guys a good night.